The story of Shank follows the character Shank from his time as a hitman in the mob through his revenge on the same mob for the murder of his girlfriend Eva. Hello friends, welcome to 24 Theory. In this video we'll be looking at the story of Shank. This video will contain spoilers, so if you want to play the game for yourself then you've been warned. Well, without waiting, let's get into the video. The Prelude campaign begins with Shank and his partner and fellow hitman Falcone as they head to Cassandra's strip club, which has been overrun by a biker gang. As they arrive, she is kidnapped by the biker leaders. Shank and Falcone chase them to a back alley and kill one, leaving the other for Cassandra. The pair then head to a wrestling match that their mob boss Cesar had rigged. The butcher was supposed to lose the fight, but the wrestler instead decides to defeat his opponent El Raton. Shank and Falcone are ordered to teach the butcher a lesson. Later, Cesar phones the two hitmen and asks them to go and oppose a priest and the members of his congregation. They succeed in kidnapping the priest, Father Gomez, taking him to Cesar and his cousin Angelo. Angelo shoots the priest in the face, much to Shank's disapproval. He then dons the dead priest's garments and takes his place in order to make the murder go undetected. Afterward, Falcone calls Shank about an important hit. The deputy mayor is in town and he must be eliminated. By taking him out, the mob will be able to gain control. Shank and Falcone kill the deputy's final bodyguard and are about to take the deputy out when Eva is taken hostage. Suddenly Shank is full of doubt and is not able to pull the trigger. Ruddy, Cesar's personal assistant and guard, kills the deputy mayor, threatening to kill Eva since she's deemed as a nuisance and a witness. Shank quickly dives in front of her and kills him. Realizing they must flee, Eva and Shank drive off into the sunset. The player then hears the voice of Cesar who tells his assassins to find and kill them. The story begins as Shank walks into a bar looking for vengeance for Eva, his murdered girlfriend. He asks the bartender where he can find a wrestler named the Butcher. He pulls down a poster of a fight that mentions the Butcher's next fight. As he leaves, the bartender reports to Cesar about Shank's return. Shank arrives at the arena and confronts the Butcher, killing him. He soon realizes that he killed an impersonator, as the dead fighter does not have the same tattoo as the Butcher. He discovers that the Butcher is in another town and travels there. After a violent train ride, Shank arrives at a meat factory, the Butcher's hideout. The Butcher reveals that he killed Eva and taunts Shank, stating that he enjoyed every second of it. Shank and the Butcher fight, with Shank finally choking him with a chain. He then makes his way to Club Stardust, a strip club owned by Cassandra. Shank meets with Cassandra, at which point a flashback shows that as Cassandra was about to kill Eva with her katana, Shank stopped her, slicing the right of her face and leaving a large scar. He kills Cassandra and escapes the club. In a nearby bar, he encounters a man from the Venom gang named Mello who has information. The player learns through another flashback that Shank used to be part of a cartel mob ruled by a man named Cesar. However, when Cesar asked Shank to kill Eva as a test of loyalty, Shank refused and Cesar ordered his top men to track down and kill them both. He follows Mello to track down Father Angelo. He soon catches up with him, severs his left arm and tells him to send Angelo the message that he's coming. Shank follows the trail of blood left by Mello, which leads to a church. At the church, Shank has another flashback, which shows that Angelo lit Shank's house on fire, ensuring Eva could not be saved. As Shank fights through the church, Angelo attacks him with a rocket launcher. Shank battles him, gaining the upper hand, but Angelo fires a rocket causing a church bell to fall on Shank, knocking him unconscious. He wakes up strapped to an electric chair, face to face with Cesar. After Cesar leaves, Shank frees himself, then ties Angelo to the chair and electrocutes him. Shank pursues Cesar to his villa, where the final showdown begins. As they fight, more of his past is revealed. Shank would have obeyed the order to kill Eva, but upon arriving, Eva revealed that she was carrying his child. Shank explains that Cesar had always taught him the importance of family, and so he did not kill her. Cesar replies that if he had known this, things could have gone differently. As the fight nears its end, Shank is stabbed and shot multiple times in the chest. Despite this, he still manages to kill Cesar. The game ends as Shank walks towards the sunset, with his revenge fulfilled. And that's it. I hope that it gave you a good information about Shank. But if you enjoyed this video, then leave a like and subscribe to the channel to support me. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts. As always, until next time, take it easy.